information security officers. These are important capabilities now to manage those systems. Then mandatory requirements for the various gateways at the national level, sector level, and at the critical information infrastructure level. The other important aspect on capability and capacity, sir, is on Regulation 58 to 64 that provides for formulation of the National Cyber Protection Framework. And then we also have National Cyber Certification Standards, and then provision for innovation, research, and development, as well as promotion of effective information sharing arrangements to protect against cyber threats and incidents. So on reporting of cyber threats and crimes, one of the bases and objectives of cyber threats reporting is clear, such that specifications for cyber reports is also provided, and we also provide for anonymous reports. So we are providing regulations to provide frameworks for all types of reporting, including having a cybercrime desk, so that when you go to a police station, you are able to get a responsible desk to report the emerging cybersecurity issues. So as a highlight in terms of collaboration and partnerships and linkages, the regulation provides for improving local, regional, and global prevention and response to cyber attacks. And in this case, the regulations are providing for building cybersecurity capacity and addressing emerging issues by providing a framework for collaboration. And in this case, the AG's office is very focal from the substantive law. So the expected outcomes from these regulations, in summary, are: one, we are providing full operationalization of Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act 2018. Then also we are providing a framework for prompt detection, prevention, and response of cyber threats in this country. At the same time, providing a framework to provide awareness and training on aspects of cyber threats and cyber security in the country. It's an overview, sir. Yes. Then again, the last item is enhanced investigation and prosecution from our law enforcement agencies. And finally, a trusted, secure, and resilient cyber security environment in this country. So that is generally a summary of all these regulations. Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you very much. You know you are submitting this. Yeah. These regulations are now being submitted after it has been rejected.
Yeah, but I thought the chair in this presentation talks about that collaboration with the AT. We will have CASA on an overview in the part of regulation so that it doesn't become a story.
In terms of...
There's no given us regulation to adopt this regulation.
No, because you know,
this is the case of story about. Just
yeah, but we are just having an overview of what we have discussed, the comments which we have given, which have been accommodated. I think it's because we just came in, we had agreed on the way forward. So, Canon Mbata, I want to thank you very much. You know, we don't want to go back to what we have discussed, and it was already taken into account and not the good use of time. So we want to sincerely thank you. But we can deal with these crooks who hack our phones. Yeah. You know, there are some people who hack our phones and we don't know where to report because there are no regulations. Now we know that a desk now will be established at a police station. So we can now report the cyber crimes. And we are not, particularly this side of the table, we suffer quite a lot from these attacks. Yeah. I normally see somebody sending me that I need to put my PIN number. And he has decided how much money he wants to be authorized removed from my M-Pesa. So if I made a mistake by putting in my PIN, it means my money will go. And I don't know who this guy is. You know, I don't know if they have advanced in terms of technology of what they want to do. Who is it that I had sent here? Oh, Vice Chair, good morning. No, good morning. Good morning. Can those people who have not introduced themselves introduce themselves? No, you can leave. Can you introduce yourself? I know that I'm not I didn't
For the record, my name is I'm the chair when the chair is
And your name?
My name is Rocco Kiringa. Of course.
Which is important, not recognized in parliament. This is recognized by the political parties. When you introduce yourself.
They have been written to probably go and think because this is about there's a wrong list that we went. So this is just one of them. I think and some are incorrect.
Maybe Vice Chair, you should be saying this is part one of the regulation that you are supposed to make.
Yes, this is just one of the regulations that are under
Yes. There must be other regulations just to beef up the act itself. You know, the act cannot provide the detail, but it is this regulation.
Is that we really, first we appreciated the interaction we had, because then that also helped us in really concluding on the regulations. And we took into account all the comments. And we took quite a bit of time, and we appreciate that you are kind enough to allow your technical team support us in just addressing some of those salient issues. So we've really tried to do justice to it. Then number two, yes, there would be definitely a need for us to look into other regulations beyond these ones, so that we are able to fully operationalize and implement the Act. I think also we needed something to get us going, because the gap was too big. Now, with regards to how this then affects a small operator, I think number one is that we have made it possible for small operators to continue to do their work without looking at them with the same lens as the big or the multinationals, so that we are not stifling businesses, and we are also not stifling innovation. But at the same time, we've made it critical that in terms of the operating environment, there is what we call the SOX at the national level, but then also at the sector level. And then we've also allowed it to also happen at the institutional or at the very small level. I know one of the issues we picked last time was with regards to the qualifications of these individuals. We have been flexible enough so that we are not so stringent that someone must have a master's or a bachelor's, because already there's a lot that is going on in this cyberspace. And we are yet to even unravel the extent of even the qualifications needed, because you find people doing things, very amazing things, yet they don't even have degrees to start with. Yeah. So we've really taken into account all that. But also we have also made it flexible to be able to adjust to new technology, because what is probably new today might not be the next big thing tomorrow. Like when you look at what is happening even in the cryptocurrency. So, and then of course there is a whole space of artificial intelligence, and I'm not very tech savvy in terms of the language, but there is a lot that continues to happen in that space. So we've not been very rigid, and we have limited ourselves to what the Act provides for, so that we are not legislating outside or regulating outside the Act. Yes.
Now, yet remember, no, the movie says that we are not touching the movie.
More or less, does this regulation affect virtual asset anyway?
Sorry?
Virtual assets.
No, this party leader, someone was given questions from there and it concerns these people. Can you expound, those of us who come from my natural, we have not interacted with this? But in the meantime, as you are there's one member who has come, fortunately, this is a lady, so we must give her an opportunity to introduce herself. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Chair, and sorry for coming late. There was another meeting. My name is Pauline Lewis. I am the Youth of Apollo and a member of this committee.
Why I'm asking this, Madam Chair, I was a member of the ad hoc committee on investigation on war crime, and cyber security was one of the key areas which was being. I remember this gentleman there, he was in that committee several times. And
Now, this gentleman, you see. Because there are many gentlemen.
We are with him, Mr. Secretary.
Mr.
Jonah.
Mr. Joseph.
So it's part of the secretariat.
Yeah, since you have been pointed out, you would rather know you.
So, and it was important that Kenya is one a leading nation when it comes to trading of cryptocurrency and other virtual assets. Last year, there was a total of $20 billion traded within the Kenyan. Out of the $20 billion, Kenyan government did not get even $1 as revenue or as tax from that trade.
Cryptocurrency.
Yes, and other virtual assets. Why? Because we don't have regulations. Now, are these cyber security regulations, are they affecting that space in any way? Are we pointing? Are they giving a foundation where we can have a law to regulate or to develop a bill on virtual assets, on cryptocurrency? Are we making some steps in that direction? I don't know.
No, listen to you now. The people of Inaka are not responding.
I've not understood.
They have not understood. I think where you are going is you are seeking to regulate that economy that is taking place there. These regulations deal with just the crime.
And it can't be regulated
No,
without this.
if they omit the crime
Yes.
in the second stage, these regulations will exist.
Yes.
But with regard to what Omolo is very unhappy, the taxation element, it doesn't know. It doesn't deal with it.
Honorable Chair,
Yeah.
the people you need to understand that this regulation will create a fertile ground for further regulations within the same space. So the gentleman over there, or the team working on this, should have at the back of the mind that this is the first step in creating a very fertile ground for further regulations within that. So that we need money.
That was done. Well spoken. In fact, I think what you spoke is what the Vice Chair spoke with regard to making other regulations to deal with these all complex situations in space. Yeah? That we need in 5 years, you will understand how this economy will run. Particularly, I don't know where you get this match with you, $20 billion. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Oh, okay. I am being told that there are regulations and digital financing brought by CMN. Yes, we did. We did, but they get to bring them in fidelity. They are yet to publish it. So what you are saying is true.
CMA is working on derivatives regulations.
No. There's cryptocurrency as well, which is included.
Okay.
I think that is where your suggestion should lie. But with respect to crimes, with respect to crimes is what these regulations speak to. So I don't want to take too much time because we have another department which is waiting. Yeah. That will be the final one.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I want to thank the PS in confirming that this law is not going to have any adverse effect on businesses operating here, and just to improve the security. And that, I think it's basically for those that are dealing with ICT, not those that use ICT for their operations, because everyone does use ICT for their operations. But on the issue of the one that was raised by the Vice Chair, it's important to note statutory instruments regulation 13 part J. When you're making regulations, you have to consider that they should not appear, J, they should not appear to have had unjustifiable delay in their publication or laying properly. Now this is in respect to those others that are not yet here. You know, you might fall afoul of these particular regulations because you may have to end up explaining why that delay. So maybe you need to invest in the process so that you can, and even the ones I think, Chair, of the ones of security operations, the ones, the law that goes and regulations and not regulations.
No, in fact, you are raising a very important issue. That is the conclusion. Yes, Vice Chair.
Connected to that, and I think we pointed out in the last engagement, maybe we may have to do amendments in due course, because we also appreciate the importance of these regulations. In instances where you further delegated powers to someone in the regulation, there are so many instances I have seen any other as they may deem fit. And one of them is under 526, 4C, like 26 4C, about any other consideration that the committee may deem necessary. You know, that leaves room for the committee to make law on its own, and it might be, it may be abused. Because when you leave it just open, do it to finality. If you get another instances that the committee may find necessary, bring an amendment. For regulations, you can amend anytime. Yeah, but when you leave it open, then Chair, you leave the provision might be abused. Yeah. And there are many. I've seen any other those kind of things. I think that is further derogation. And we really pointed it out. Maybe once, at some point you may need to amend those parts. I don't know what is your view, Chair, on the matter.
Yes, I think yes, so I want to conclude. Thank you very much. We will consider the regulations in a government section 7. As you know, it's not a requirement of this act that these decisions should be house. So this committee will be approving these regulations with the teams.
More Radio 88.2 FM. We are in charge.